Well, let's hope it's 10-8, guys. Let's really fucking hope it's 10-8. LFG, guys. I might just jump into it. Haven't really posted anywhere. I made an Instagram story and that's about it. I'm just itching to play. Fuck it. Yeah, I think I'm just going to go for it, guys. And if people come and watch, they come and watch. If they don't, then they don't. It's all groovy. Unfortunate. His sizing was quite ace-kingy. And his flop sizing continued that read for me. He will definitely have very exploitable and exploitative sizings. 3-betting pre-flop in these stakes. We like the turn there, don't we, guys? TPTK. What do you reckon, guys? Pocket fours or ace king? What did he have? Queen jack. Weird. Damn, guys. Unfortunate. We don't like that turn as much as we thought, but it's all good. Check raise here. It's a board he might oversee bet sometimes. So good at flushes. Here we go. Here's the Rungood we were waiting for, guys. Do you feel that? It's okay. It's okay. You know what? Don't worry about it. It's coming another time. But it just feels good to flop no flush. You know. Who's better at you and Fatal holes? Not going to compare, especially not against Fatal. I would imagine I'm not going to say. He's definitely better online. Whether he's better at the micro stakes, who really cares? He's definitely better at high stakes online. He's put a hell of a lot more work into the theory. So when it comes to beating other high stakes pros, he's got all the GTO stuff down, which is when you start getting to the high stakes, pretty relevant. When you're in the micro stakes, small stakes, pretty irrelevant. Tens, we think we might be ahead. Nice! 5% value. It's our favorite kind of value. And shout out to that guy who's about to watch this. I apologize. You just didn't have too many 6x in your range, and Jack 9 would have shoved in case I had a 6. So, and I can have both of those hands. That's just a little bit of range advantage there. How would you suggest a complete beginner who wants to aim to become competitive start to get better? Zooms, Tawny. 100% zoom at first. You get more hands in, you see more flops, turns, rivers, deep stacked, you get more decision making. You get to slowly layer up the fundamental processes that require you that you require to be an awesome poker player. Shout out to Zoom. That's why I'm doing it for you guys. This is probably not optimal for the bankroll. I'm doing it the way that I would do it if I were you. Hope you appreciate it. Alright guys, give you a little insight, method behind the madness. We're not going to 4-bet, 9s are just too good at sets and we want to slow play. Just kidding. 4-betting would be terrible because if he called, say we made it 70 cents and he called, it's very hard to flop a good hand with 9s. There are very often overcards and it's really hard to play in 3-bet pots when you have overcards. Here we could definitely consider leading. Something I'm going to go into in another video, as someone sent me a hand that was pretty cool and would be a really good lead spot. I decided to check for a couple of reasons. I thought he might be the kind of person to just go for it with aces and ace king. I thought if we lead, he might just call those hands, but he might just call a check raise, and check raises are a lot bigger than bets, guys. Whereas if we lead, we do get called by something like queen jack, ace jack, 10s and queens. I'd still rather go for ace king and aces. When he bets pot, here's my thought process. He doesn't have queens. He doesn't have 10s. Let's put him on a range. Let's say aces, ace king, king queen maybe, and maybe sets. Maybe some flush draws. He ain't bluffing. So, ace king, yo. Probably ain't gonna call. People hate folding top pair, top kick in 3-bet pots, and they hate folding over pairs like aces. Everyone's like, shit, the turn's scary, isn't it? Like, well, yeah, it's scary, but let's think about what we think his range is at this point. We think it's a lot of aces and ace king. Obviously, he didn't tell us about that, but here's the thought process. He doesn't really have any queen x in his range, so it's not actually that scary. And people, it's really hard to have too many spade combos. He would have needed to min 3-bet something like ace deuce of spades because all the rest of the spades are out there. Maybe ace queen of spades, but that's the only one. So one combo we're not scared of. We can go for a pretty good value bet. Often he will have a spade in his hand as well, something like aces with a spade, ace king with a spade, something along those lines. When he just calls, we know we're ahead, we know where we're at. So deuce on the river, we need to think, what will that call, what will that definitely call? Let's think about it for a second. I thought maybe $1. And I didn't know he was as stationary as he was, so ace jack obviously. I thought he might have just been a normal, fun player, but definitely if he had ace king, he would have called more than $1 because he did with ace jack. But I think we got near as damn maximum value from that. What do you guys think? Guys, don't let results oriented infest your mind. Don't be the person who sees one losing session and assumes that means that it's game over from there on. Don't be that guy. We're better than that. We have better thought processes than that, better thought patterns than that. We have aces when we get 3-bet, told you so. Everything's just good. Upwards and groovy. It was not that long ago, guys, that I moved up the stakes. And I didn't just move up the stakes, I powered up the stakes. I was on a new stake every couple of minutes. Ace king no good, sir. Ace king no good. Dead on the turn! DOTT. Can we get some DOTTs out in the chat? We love DOTTs. Dead on the turn. Be more talented than Ben was. Ben wasn't like an intuitive player, He wasn't as good a lead spot, by the way. He wasn't naturally good at poker. In fact, he was naturally pretty mediocre. But he was hardworking. We played every day, like sat next to each other, just played and talked hands every day. And we got to the point where our thought processes were so similar. It would be like, and this happened for the rest of our career. We'd be like, oh, okay, what would you do on the turn here? And I'd be like, I think I'll bet, 3.9k. And he'd be like, I bet 3.9. And then on the river, I'd be like, I think I'll overbet, make it 12.6k. He'd be like, I bet 12.6k. And that's not even an exaggeration, guys. We just got so firmly on the same wavelength. That we were just clicking, you know. We just had that solid thought process together. Yes, right. You get a call in the chat in the bottom left corner with I'm gonna guess Ace Jack, Ace King. Whoa! I want to be the best me I can be, and that's all we can really ask of each other. That's all we can ask of ourselves. Don't compare yourselves to other people. It's just a fool's errand. You won't compare yourself accurately, and even if you do, it just wouldn't do you any good. Compare yourself to yourself. Compare yourself to how you want to be, how you have been. All of these things. Shout out to Gleb Sally. And then you're making the right comparisons. We're so good at boats here on the stream! Get the boats out in the chat. We don't have any boats, but imagine we did. Why am I AK always miss? Good question. Had to check the turn there, had to give someone a chance to hit top pair. Very likely they just both had ace high. Give me the meaning of GGO. Upside down question mark. GTO is game theory optimal. It's the biggest lie in poker. It's a type of strategy. And let's say you're playing rock, paper, scissors, 3 options. The GTO solution would be to randomize rock, paper, and scissors 33% each. Because then, if you're randomizing it completely, you're unexploitable. But, to go further with that analogy, shout out to Ali Shaban. To go further with that analogy, in poker, it's like we're playing against people that only throw rock. You know? It's like we're playing against, you know, a 50-year-old from Vegas. Shout out to, you know, 50-year-olds. Nothing against them, but they tend not to be the best at poker, with some exceptions. And they're throwing rock like 90% of the time. And then a GTO lie would be, hey guys, we still need to be unexploitable from this 90% rock throwing dude, and we need to still keep 33% rock, 33% paper, 33% scissors, just in case one day he stops throwing rock 90% of the time, just in case he out-exploits us. We don't want to play a guessing game. But the thing is, guys, we're so much better at guessing than the people who are throwing rock 90%, or the people that never check-raise rivers as a bluff, or the people that never 3-bet bluff pre-flop. We're so much better at guessing what they have than they are at what we have. So we want to go in the streets. We want to get involved in those guessing games. I'm going to try and get value from a 6 here, or a 3. Got him. Is it ace high? Ace high. So don't let people tell you that we need to be unexploitable, because to exploit people, by definition, you need to make yourself exploitable, but that's okay. And that's super okay. And we need to get value from ace king here, or kings. Got him. Got him! Got him! Ace jack. Right now. Sometimes in life you gotta be salty. The only thing I'm ever gonna be salty to you guys about. Where does that Terrence McKenna play? That's a good question. Let's find out.
Hello.
Oh my god, his voice just if I could communicate half as good as Terrence, dream.
That was like an introduction.
Isn't he so good?
Now for some preaching to the choir on the subject of how come it is that the further in you go.
I would recommend, if you're planning on being a live player, just like really never having a GTO strategy, because the thing is, you pick up on GTO stuff and you pick up on how the GTO players still fuck up. Like, I actually was creating this whole new strategy when GTO started becoming like more of a thing. I called it anti-GTO strategy, and I'll give you an example of it. And I'll give you an example that doesn't include live tiles. When you include live tiles, it just got so easy. Oh my god, you have no idea how easy it got. But just exploiting them through game, like the way we play. Imagine you're on the river with a boat. Sorry, I'll change it. Imagine you're on the river with a nut flush. And I'll take it back. Okay, I'm gonna come up with a whole hand gesture actually. Let's imagine you defend King Queen, big blind versus cutoff. Sorry if not everyone can follow me here. And flop comes Ace Jack 10, rainbow. Check. They check back. You're like, damn it. Why do they have to check back? I got Lanoots. And then the turn is a deuce. Goes check again. You're like, damn it, I thought he was going to bet. Well, now I think he probably has something like kings, queens, or a jack. And then the river's a 3, or like let's say a 6, so there's no other straights. And we check again, trying to get kings, queens, and a jack to bet themselves. He does bet, and now we know a GTO player, they really like to go with blockers. They really like to find the best hand to call with. So they bet, say, $200. We now check raise to $2,000. $2,000, guys. Huge, because we know that if he has something like kings or queens, then he's blocking our most likely candidate, like the hand we have, king queen. And people really get into that kind of shit, and they don't know. And it's not that they're playing GTO, it's that they're misusing GTO. That what you're meant to do there with such a big raise is you're meant to randomize between kings and queens and be like, okay, I'll call like 30-something% of the time. But the GTO players, they'll just be like, well, I've got the top of my range. You know, not the like the really good ones, but like most of the GTO players are like, I've got the top of my range in terms of blockers, blah, 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 blah. And they'll end up calling and end up making loads and loads of silly hero calls because of blockers. And if you can be the kind of person that can recognize those situations as they come up, you can crush the GTO players. And yo, if you can get good at live tells as well, oh my god, you're so happy to be sat down with GTO players. You're like, oh my god, it's heaven. It's actual heaven. I've got 6 Germans on my table and they're meant to be the best in the world, but they all have live tells and they all play like relative GTO, which is like good strategy, like they're real good at it. But if they have live tells going along with it, it's not good. Not so bueno. You have so much information and you can use it in so many awesome ways. Guys, I'm not gonna lie, there are sex toys in my room and my assistant's probably about to find them. But when you're sexually active, you're sexually active. You gotta have some fun. Gotta experiment. Shout out to Hannah. Yeah, I know, that's why I'm comfortable with you doing it. Alright guys, we're going to go for something real special here. Oh, okay. We were going to check back because of the note we have on this guy that he probed with absolute nothing and overbet it as well. We're just going to tank. We're very comfortable with our hand. We might not be ahead, of course. There is always that possibility, but we're not folding to this guy. Not today. That is a terrible river. Oh. Fair enough. Fair enough. Got us good. Nice set flopping, guys. I'm very impressed. King, queen, good. Nice hand, nice hand. I need like a knows who we are label as well. That would be handy. Call it friend of the stream to make it more simple. Unfortunate turn, by the way. I don't think there's much we can do here. Then we're going with it. Nice end, nice end. Pow, pow, pow. What do you guys think? Liking that one? Make up for the 8-9 over here. How exploitable are you at school in your life? Because you need to be 100% unexploitable. You need to say, hey mum, I love you, I respect you, but fuck off. Fuck off. And hopefully she'll get the picture, she'll get the message. If not, then probably get a bit more forceful, say it's Epiphany approved. Wow, yesterday minus 60, right? We ran so bad yesterday, guys. I don't like to complain, I'm not going to complain, but oh my god, it was a ride. It was a whirlwind. Had a laugh though, had a good time. Wow, okay, alright. See where we're at. Alright, that's not good. Take a spade. Damn it. Unfortunate, guys, unfortunate. We're in pretty good shape though. 3-way. It's a nice one. Nice 2 to be up against. Give the old bluffer Rooney. We can have an 8. Pretty reasonable for us to assume that they can assume that we have an 8. That was a messy sentence. So good at sets. We're back, boys. It's happening finally. It's happening. Can you guys tell I do boxing? She really loves boxing. He's a little fishy. This is a song I think sings my fish when I feed them, guys. Fishy, fishy, fishy. He's a little fishy. Fishy, fishy, fishy. Fishy, 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 fishy. Fishy, fishy. A fishy, fishy, fishy. He's a... Yeah, that's how it goes. I do love my fish. I'm a lover of animals, but I do love those fish a lot. Well, let's hope it's 10-8, guys. Let's really fucking hope it's 10-8. I thought 10-8 was best case scenario, guys. Call me naive. Call me brash in my guesstimations of the world. I really thought 10-8 was the one. Taught me a valuable lesson there. I don't know what the fuck the lesson was. If you guys can let me know what the lesson was, that'd be just beautiful. I think I've decided that we'll take it. Whatever it was. Whatever just happened. I think we'll take it. Just about. They love it. They love it. Everyone loves it. It's nice to get 2 they love it labels in one hand. That's rare. I can talk a bit more about how I consolidate ranges, but that's more going to be the strategy that I'm going to create on YouTube and my site when it's up and running. At the moment, I'm going to be focusing a lot on just making the best decisions I can, showing you guys how possible it is, and then we'll do some consolidation afterwards. That's so likely to be a set. You know? The King of Hearts here as well. Fucking King 10, King Queen of Hearts. Alright, we're out of there. Jesus, we're ahead. We lost, nice. Ew. He did not have the odds to call that, but he did have the heart. He didn't have the extra diamond though. I wonder what break was. For a ludicrous amount. Cool here, super deep in position. Flopping 2 flushes in a row on the same table in a 3 and a 4 bet pot. How good does that feel, guys? It feels pretty fucking good to me. Betting big, are we? Raising. Think I'm scared of you, bruh? Sarthus? Think I'm fearful? Have 7-8 clubs one time. We like to play tough here on the stream. It's a real big bet. Have 7-8 of clubs one time. Queen 10 of clubs one time. Guys, are you excited? I'm excited for this. Spade. We've already won 100 bigs. Like, assuming we win this pot. So good at sets. So good at sets. Can someone type exclamation point sets in the chat and see what comes up? I have no idea what the hell that guy was doing, but we'll take the donation. Damn it. Too many Queen X in his range, guys. Get out of there.
Giving up my stripes, be painting me with colors, beginning with dark white. Oh, I'm giving up my stripes.
What the fuck do you mean? What do we think of it? Obviously, it's retarded. So it's, yeah, obviously. Guys, we went for it. People in these states are getting pretty mental. I don't know if he's just got ace and kings, but they're getting pretty fucking mental. Damn it! Damn it. Not good. Not a good time, guys. Alright, let's get rid of it. We'll take it.
Hallelujah, the young king sings a song for the lover, the leaver, the lonely alike. Young love,
100 big blinds to go, sir. Read it and weep.
then I meet you at the gate of St. Peter.
Bet small to induce. No versus me, man. I invented the BSTI. Oh, he went through with jacks. Holy shit, man. I mean, I love the heart there. That's one of the things where, like, that wasn't me laughing at him. That was just like, holy fuck. He's got some balls. I just love that kind of poker, man. When people are just like, you know, I'm gonna straight out try and own someone. And if it goes wrong, I get fucking owned. I just love that kind of poker. Don't you guys just love that kind of poker? Especially when it goes well. Don't you just love it? It just feels so much more pure. Like, this is what poker was invented for. So, like, stare at your soul, son, and read it. Read it and weep. I'm gonna bluff your ass all the way back to Texas, apparently. That's where we live. And just soul reading people, letting yourself be vulnerable to be soul read, that kind of shit. Staring someone down on the other side of the table and be like, I don't think you got shit, boy. That kind of stuff. Oh my god, it's what poker's about. So good. For me, it doesn't actually give me the euphoria. I handle it quite well though, and here's my theory, right, for cocaine, right? I reckon I handle cocaine quite well in terms of it doesn't turn me into a cunt, because I spent so much of my childhood being loud and obnoxious and just like the most jolly person in a room, shall we say. I was definitely the loudest person in most rooms, and I had to learn, once I kind of like grew up a bit, to quash that a bit, you know, to really subdue it. And that is literally what you have to do when you're on cocaine. You just have to quash the urges to yell and shout about yourself and say egotistical things. We like a Jack on the River, don't we, chat? Nice! Can we get to Marvelous? Out in the chat, please. We're getting some Marvelous emotes soon. Aces, no good. Obviously you have aces, you limp raised. Cut off, of all places. Probably know that. Alright guys, peace out from me. I'm gonna go real quick. Much love. Get all the creativity you can with the fuck GTO shit. Please spread the word around social media. We're going to make a movement. We're going to stop people from spreading horrible propaganda and fucking up your careers